All right, folks, welcome back. This is Scott Churchson alongside ringside commentator Mr. Richard Mancuso, and this is previewing the fighters for Danger Zone 2. So, our next one that we have up here, sir, give us your name, give us your weight, and give us who you're taking on next week.
Brandon Sanchez, 135.
And who are you fighting?
To be honest, I don't even remember the kid's name off the top of my head.
We'll come back to that. No worries. So, but anyway, man, how you feeling? Talk a little about the training regimen. Talk about everything that's going on, and what's good. How you doing?
Been feeling good. Training's been going good. Striking, feeling sharp. Grappling's feeling pretty good. You know, just regular scheduled program, just going about it. Biggest thing is the weight cut, but weight's been looking pretty good so far. You know, so I'm feeling strong.
Nice.
What's the weight? Real quick, Scott. What's the weight?
135. So he is an absolute lightweight. No judgment there. You're in better shape than I'll ever be. So talk a little bit right now. The routine. When did you start prepping for Danger Zone 2? We got the fight February 3rd, but when did you get into work mode for this?
Probably about over maybe early December or mid-December.
Okay.
Around there, started training, getting right.
So give or take about 10 weeks roughly. What is that entailing? How many days a week? How many hours a day? You probably have to work it around your regular life, whatever work, home life you got too. So,
yeah, of course. The main training starts at around 7 p.m., 6:30 p.m. at my gym called P4P Fit in Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
So we start training there. All the stuff before that, like the cardio, running the road work, all that, it's extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you say, I guess, it's extra credit work. But the real training comes in at later on at the gym.
Sure. Now, in this case, I'm figuring you got a full-time job of some kind. So the big challenge here is trying to figure out the timing of this and also the desire. Because I think a lot of times it's real easy when you work a regular job, and this is what separates people that succeed from people that don't, is it's so easy a lot of times after you've had a long day, after you've had a crap day at work, to be like, I don't really want to do this. But you said that you go in about 7 o'clock. So is that after work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, most definitely.
So what do you do?
You should, what do you mean?
Like, basically, what do you do to pay the bills? We'll call it that.
Oh, I usually do like some physical labor. I was working at this job on 23 is for contractors equipment.
Okay.
And so I'm taking a break from that for a little bit to focus on training. But no, most definitely it's tough to come home after walking all day. Then, you know, you still have to do your miles. You still got to do your Muay Thai, your training that on top of it. So it's a little tough, but the more you make it a thing by speaking it out loud, the more excuses you make about it, the worse it gets for you, you know?
Fair. So just do it and deal with it.
Yeah.
Because in this case, like I said, the end result is February 3rd for this time around.
Of course.
So, yeah. So they say the difference between success and failure is so absolutely close, you can barely ever recognize it. In your case specifically, you know, this is one of those things that you find the desire, you find the work to make sure it gets done. Because right now, you're walking into a little bit of a new experience here because you probably don't have that much on your fighter yet.
No, I've tried looking up some stuff. I've only seen that his 2 wins are from off a submission.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming he likes submission game, and I heard he's a blue belt. So I'm assuming he likes grappling, and that's what he's going to be looking for. But what my coach preaches all the time, Andrew Jones, that we're checking all boxes. We're going to be ready for whatever that guy thinks he has prepared for me.
Nice. Rich, what you got?
Brandon, how old are you?
I'm 23 years old. Just turned December 19th.
Belated
happy birthday a month late.
Thank you.
And let's get it straight now. I understand you were ranked 9th out of 145 active New York bantamweights and ranked 8th for featherweights. And 3 of your 4 wins have come by KO or TKO in the first round. So, can I assume that you're a quick finisher? Is that what you like to do?
Yeah, that's what I love to do. I love to, you know, just put my striking on display, and you know, it's fun for the fans. It's fun, everyone watching. Everyone gets hyped. It stinks for people that come from far and watch me, but you know, it's good for everyone. A quick, exciting knockout.
You live close to Patterson too?
Yeah, somewhat.
You train in the same gym with Prasad, right?
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's my teammate.
How is that working? Training with the guy that's fighting on the same card as you.
I mean, it works perfectly for me, for him. We both have our strengths. We both have our weaknesses. And obviously, he's bigger than me, so he's helping me with my strength with there. And as they say, iron sharpens iron. So it's the best for us.
True.
Does that add a little bit of motivation to make sure that you do not lose before he faces off against Wallace?
No,
Okay.
I don't think about
Nothing
that.
wrong
I
with
don't
that.
try to. Yeah, I don't try to let things that are out of my control or little things like that mess with my thought process.
But
Yeah.
you learn from each other. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes.
Nice. How many days a week are you training right now?
Right now, 7 days a week.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not trying. We're not overdoing it. Obviously, overworking, that's a thing, but we're being smart about it. But we're definitely putting in work.
Any challenges with weight management?
At the moment, no. My weight's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not too far. I'm not too close. So pretty perfect right now. I feel good.
Nice.
When did you start developing a liking to getting in the cage to do MMA?
I've always had a scrappy personality. I've always loved martial arts. I started out wrestling, and just that made me fall in love with the UFC, MMA, and all that. And I didn't get into striking until after high school because, for one, it was obviously I was focused on wrestling, and my father wouldn't want to. No son will ever want, or no father ever wants to see their son get punched. So
Right.
he'd rather not see me. So I started after high school, but I always had a desire to. And
Right.
once I got the opportunity to, I stay consistent, and the rest is going to be history.
How supportive is your family in what you're doing?
My family is very supportive in whatever I decide to do, but I always say my father's my number one, or he always says he's my number one cheerleader. He's always supported me with whatever I want to do.
So I assume he's into combat sports too.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, and an MMA guy as well. How many people are you going to have at the fight?
Right now, I know for a fact it'll be my family and maybe one or two of my friends, but I couldn't give you a number. Maybe like 7 for certain.
Listen, that's still a good number anyway. You know?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like an hour plus drive from Patterson. So, respect on that. But
how, Brandon? Get Scott. Do you want to ask him?
No, go ahead, please.
Brandon, how hyped are you fighting again? If I look at your background, I think the last time you fought, let me just double check because I have a little background on you. You last fought in June, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. So that's not too bad. How hyped are you about being this active and going up to Newburgh and another event in your first win this year? How hyped are you?
I'm very hyped. I'm very excited to put my skills on display once again, and I'm disappointed in myself for not competing sooner. I want to be active. I want to be active maybe once every month or once every 2 months, preparing for when I eventually go pro. But no, I'm most definitely excited to put my skills on display once again.
That was actually going to be the question I was going to ask you, going pro. Do you see a time frame for that? What do you see basically for, like, say, the next 5 years?
The next 5 years, well, let's start with end of this year. So if everything goes well, I stay consistent and do what I'm supposed to, stay consistent in my training and all the other things, and probably finish out this year with amateurs, and then next year go on to pros.
Nice. Okay.
And who do you look up to as in the MMA? Who do you follow?
In MMA, well, right now I look up to the people that I've trained with and I've gone up to, like my coach and people that I've like coaches that I've been introduced to. It's like one of my coaches, Daryl, another one that trains with me, Albin. But I'm very inspired by them and seeing how good their striking is. But if I was to pick
Anybody, how about professionally in the MMA? Do you follow or you a fan of anything like that?
yeah, I would have to say, obviously, John Jones, you got to respect the
Mhm.
greatness, but just
All
off of
say
skills,
John Jones. Yeah.
it would be Max Holloway. I'm in love
Mhm.
with his striking. The
Mm.
fluidity of his striking is just impeccable.
And you are a striker.
Mhm.
I've watched some of your work. You are a striker. Why is it so important to be a good striker when you're in that cage?
I would say because that's where the fight starts. You know, that's where the fight starts. It's almost guaranteed that you're going to start at your feet. Obviously, it is guaranteed you're going to start at your feet. But you know, if you can control the range, if you can control the distance, then it's going to have grapplers are going to have trouble like coming in on getting that shot in.
Mhm.
So I just feel like striking is one of the most important aspects of MMA. But I don't like I said, we always check all boxes. So grappling is definitely important as well.
Nice.
Very good.
So, we'll probably wrap this up in a couple of minutes. Any other thoughts before I get into my last few questions?
None for me.
Cool. How can people get in touch
seem
with
like
you?
you,
What,
Scott. He seems like you're very laid back.
he is pretty, yeah.
This is like
Stay at the office.
like a science to you. Am I right to say that, Brandon?
I mean, I try to be. I try not to overstress about things that are out of my control, and you know, it's just another day in the office. You got to have confidence in your abilities and a confidence in your training, and if you start to doubt that, then you know it starts to go downhill
You
from
have
there.
no. It doesn't seem like you have an ego about you at all. You just like want to go about and do your business.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to have an ego. Obviously, I'm gonna have a little bit of ego when it comes to my fighting and what I put in work for.
Mhm.
But other than that, I've been taught better. So I try not to walk around with it.
Have you ever been hurt in there at all?
No,
Nice.
Right.
I've been touched, but I've never been hurt.
Okay.
Hmm.
So you're very good defensively as well.
I try to be Yes, I try to be defensively sound as much as I can.
In other words, like I tell fighters, you bring it all to the table. You have it all.
I would call myself a jack of all trades. Yes.
Okay. Very
Right.
good.
How can people find you on social media?
On social media, my Instagram is BRANDON.Sanchez with 3 Z's. So Brandon.Sanchez.
Okay.
Yeah, I already hit you up on there. I friended you on Instagram already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, man. I think we're good at this
Anything
point.
else?
Yeah.
Anything else we need to know about you that you already didn't tell us? Because I think we hit all bases here. But is there anything else? You into other sports? What do you do in your free time?
You know,
Do you have free
really
time?
it's no, when I'm working full time, it's really work, gym, sleep, and then repeat. You know, it's really all you gotta have time to. But I'm okay with that for now because you know there's
Pay off.
always a goal. There's always a goal. It's always gonna pay off.
Pay off because you're working your way to the top of the ladder. That's what it's
Yeah.
Of
about.
course, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you're a striker. That's what we got to know. You're a striker.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
feel like I can do it all, but people can think of me as a striker, and then
But your
they can find
forte
out
is
that.
striking, right?
I would say so. Yes.
And not taking
Good.
damage.
Yeah.
Right. Are you into one other thing? Because I'm a sports guy. Are you into other sports besides combat sports?
Yeah, most definitely. I'm into American football. American football is probably my most favorite sport, other than combat sports.
Who do you root for in the NFL?
Fortunately, the New York Jets, but you know, gotta stay loyal.
I got a couple of loyal guys, guys in that too. And yeah. But here's the thing, nobody hates the Jets. At worst, they just kind of like feel bad for the fan base.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to give sympathy for them. We're cursed.
It's not like you can hate the Cowboys, you can hate the Eagles, you can hate the Chiefs, but nobody can really hate the Jets.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
The other question I had to ask is like this promotion, Danger Zone, Mac Promotions. You as a young man coming up in MMA, How important is that to a guy like you that gets a chance to compete at this level on a promotion like this?
You know, I feel like it's very important, and these guys, this promotion, it will always have a special place in my heart because, like you said, this is where I started. This is where I started my MMA career, and I feel like they give a good opportunity to all young fighters to get an opportunity to go out there and put their skill on display. So I can always commemorate them for that.
Nice.
Very good. You'll come back one day as a champion and say hello to everyone.
Yeah, damn
Of
right.
course.
So
That's what he'll do. I think that's it. I think I got enough, and I'm see you at weigh-in next week.
yeah,
I'm going to call your fight to the best of my ability. And Brandon, I botch names up, but yours is pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
2 syllables we can pull off. When there's like 5 or 6 syllables in a name, it gets a little more complicated.
And your heritage is Latino from where?
My family's from Mexico.
Okay.
Oh, you're Mexican. Okay. Were you born here?
I was born here. I'm first generation here.
Okay.
Okay. And your family's from Mexico.
Yes, sir.
What part of Mexico are they from?
From Puebla.
Mhm.
Ah, nice
That's
area,
right.
nice. I've
Yep.
been there. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, boxing
Okay.
took me there.
Oh,
Hey, I
wow.
think I'm done. Brandon, this has been great. I see you. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah.
Thank
You'll
you,
see me
gentlemen.
in
I
passing.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
No, I was
Take
done.
care.
Yeah. But
Work hard. I'll see you next week, my friend. Thank you.
yeah, so catch you later. I'll be handling the video, so I'll run into you at that point too. So have a good one, man. Thank you. Appreciate the time.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good rest of the day.
All right,
too.
Brandon.
Cheers.
Thank you.
God, they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.